Okay, so I basically figured this out already. So what happened was there's a group of like Hare Krishna eldermen that have been spying on me and taking content for quite a bit. Now, one of the groups, what happened with them? This is what happened with this. Okay, part of what happened with this. They were taking content. Okay, like my company Uber, for instance, and I'm not sure if they had much to do with Facebook and Twitter, but that was stolen too. These were my Facebook and Twitter. I used to put on AOL chat rooms under the name Brudge Productions at AOL. That is still my handle. I still have the handle to today. It's actually what I use to log into to Facebook. So, to this day, actually, I started the account with that just to kind of wake up Zuckerberg, see if he still remembered. So basically, they um, they they took these companies, and I'm not sure if these guys have much to do with each other. They probably do. People are tied, but definitely Uber was taken by this group, Hare Krishna elder devotees, um, that were spying on me already because they were running let's say, a racketeering scandal against members of the Hare Krishna movement. So, pretending to be gurus, pretending to be devotees, to the point that they were telling people they are kshatriyas, meaning kings, statesmen, lawful people that and enact law against others, and let's say fight with others. So there is some degree of fighting, but it should always be lawful. It should always be in the means of real conduct and real reason. Meaning you don't just traitor your friends and people you know and not even tell them, but then tell everybody else. See, I had to find this out by snickering around, listening in, and using my third eye and stuff like that. So basically, with them, they told people that I was even Krishna, and this is why they took my company, and they were punishing me for my previous acts, which were not as bad as theirs, believe it or not. But for some reason, they say, "Oh, we got to punish him." They don't. They never count their own, because these are guys with some serious previous acts, like heavy use, heavy dealings, heavy this and that, and they don't have to count their own. They like to count the dealings of others. This is a really big problem for a country with people like that in charge or using intel forces. So this group said, "Oh, we're Kshatriyas, man. We stole it from him, and he's Krishna. He's a Kshatriya, so we conquered him. So now we're going to become Gnostics, denounce Krishna, say that all the gods have died, and we're the new gods. And Krishna reincarnated, but too bad. We're taking over, and we're not going to really do anything glorious. We're just going to hide and talk nonsense about him and others." And glorify our religion and race, after all, because we're very racist and we're on the Bali platform. This is what they said. This is what they did, okay? And they rallied good people to become bad and lose their devotion and go along with this. One person I know, he had good devotion. He was pure. He was not exactly pure, but he wasn't that knowledgeable. But at least he was pure, that he would never do scandals and bad conduct. Now he's all of a sudden an atheist and believes in, not exactly an atheist, but believes in his Gnostic stuff, and that God is this and God, Krishna is that, and really there's one religion, many gods. One religion, many demigods, one God. Okay, one God, and different languages. Doesn't mean that the religion changes with the language. So furthermore, so that guy, I don't know now with this other guy that came in, basically RC. So RC, he was I think he was responsible for taking the content that was given to my content that was given to the Bernie Sanders campaign. His campaign used my direct words, my verbatim, and my themes and angles, which was basically your intellectual property. That is your intellectual ability. And I called it out. I tried to get some money. Nobody responded, and lo and behold, he became prominent. When I was pushing, I was advertising for him. I was like pushing Sanders' campaign, showing that I'm not an anti-Semite whatsoever. I was trying to get a Jewish person to become the president of the United States, supporting him thoroughly, okay, giving good content. But then that didn't happen. I still didn't. I said, no, I don't think Sanders did this. I think his campaign did it. I think one of these guys probably did it. That's what happened. So, anyway, some time went by. Sanders himself got tanked out by Clinton. Right? She said we need it. We're part of this and that. We don't have to get into all that. But she took it over, tanked that. So I started to help Trump because Trump was then the person that was helping the public. I was following the politicians that are speaking up for the public, being a victim of corporate espionage, intel espionage. I knew I had to stick with those who were going to support victims, public victims like me, the public. That's the job, really. We don't have other people. This is not a Soviet communism or something where we're all the same race and there's the holy family that is amongst us. It doesn't work that way. That's why we have to divide it, and we have to deal with the voting laws. And that this is the thing that they're violating these days. They don't allow the rights of others. It's become fascism. So anyhow, so RN or RC basically I believe he's the one that took this. So a couple of years go by, and I see him at a festival. Now, I knew him from before as an acquaintance. Now, for some reason, because I was acting for gold, I said, Trump, you guys took my stuff. You became a president. They blocked him, because I really helped Trump's campaign. I gave him angles. I gave him themes. But by the end of his campaign, I was off his support because they didn't pay me. And they took my angles and my words, the same exact thing. My intellect, my intellectual property, the one I went to school for, studied hard, philosophy and religion. That's what my degree is in. Okay, that's what I wrote my book in physics. Okay, philosophy. So he took it. So Trump, I think he knew about it, but he didn't respond. He was told by the intel not to this and that. We stole too much from him. We're trying to hide our secret, which has just been a stupid thing all over and all over and all over again. Just treating somebody really bad because of what? Because they look a little good? I mean, come on, man. You guys look good too. Everybody look, there's a lot of people look good out there. There's not a reason to not pay somebody. Everybody needs money is just for trading. It doesn't necessarily make you happy or the grandest. And the more you have the fake friends, the more you buy with your money, the more fake friends you have. So it doesn't, There's always a trick to it. So that's what I mean. When people are being envious and so controlling over somebody else's money, it's ridiculous. That means they don't have any knowledge. They don't have any decency either. So anyhow, so some time went by. So Mr. RC rolls up. I see him at a festival. Now he's staying over our place. He needed a place to crash. Wake up. Hey, come to DC with me. I'll pay you $200 a day plus expenses. Just drive me around. And I said, hey, why not? I don't have anything to do. Right now it's the summertime. Let's jump in. I don't have a job right now. Let's go. Put him in the car. We drive down to DC. Okay, we're hanging around for a few days. We're doing a little work here and there. He's, getting some paperwork together. Next thing you know, he wants to go to Russia. So this is already suspicious. Because I never really supported Russia. But when Russia was helping Americans getting out of the stronghold, okay, of people that we know, like Meyer, the girl that died, the Hare Krishna girl, she died in the hands of ISIS. Americans died in their hands. So when Russia came to help them, naturally Americans were like, yes, good for you, Russia. But some traitor Americans to this day try to persecute us for that. So that's the people you got to watch out for. The people that I think it's fine for Christians to die, or Americans in general to die, at the hands of these guys in the Mideast. That's a real bad sign of somebody in our neighborhood, you know what I mean, in our divisions. So anyhow, so RC, all of a sudden he gives me a gold coin. That was his pay. Didn't have cash, so he gives me a gold coin. I'm like, okay, gold coins worth about $1,300, $1,400 at that time, and so that's fine. So $200 a day. The ride itself, is like a $200-$300 ride. So I didn't really count that, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna go along with it. We'll work that out. Let's see what he has to do. So he gives me one gold coin, and we go to we're driving around. He has a little bit of a pill thing. He does his his Xannies and stuff like that. So he's a little bit like flinging himself. Like that. You're just like flinging around yourself. And then he drinks a little. So he has stuff in my car, man, my trunk. So we go to this Russian embassy. He starts to bicker with them about a meeting he supposedly has. The persons are like, we don't know what you're talking about, da da da, we're trying to call this guy, da da. He's taking shots out of the back seat, all disoriented. He goes up to them, flips out, okay? Flips out on them. And then I'm like, let's go, dude, you're going to get yourself arrested. What are you doing? Luckily the guy didn't shoot him. I told him, I told him recently, luckily you were white. You didn't get shot that day. And all of a sudden, Secret Service roll up, okay? They look in the car. They look at him, all right? What do they find in the car? Pills, his pills. They almost arrest me for it. I'm like, dang, thank God. Thank God I was sober and I wasn't like disoriented. I would have had a DWI, driving while intoxicated, and a pills charge. So luckily they were his. I said, I don't think he had it in the right. He had them all mixed together, which you're not supposed to do. Even if they got them from a doctor, they were all mixed together. So he messed up and he got arrested for it. But before this happened, okay, he was driving around the neighborhood with me, all right, and in DC area, and he took a shot. Remember, out of the back, we had some pizza or something like that from the Whole Foods, and we're driving around, and he was staying at his friend's house, his lady friend, and we're going around there, and he takes a shot in the back, and he starts to go a little bit like maniacal, just disoriented, and he already gave me a coin. Now, I'm going to tell you about the coins in a minute. So the coin, he goes out and he's, so then now he's going to me as like trying to subjugate me as an army lieutenant or something. He's like the sergeant or something, right? And he's like, I'm the deputy, and he's going, you got to follow the rules of the deputy, the army, I'm the corporal, running all this army talk on me. And I'm like, dude, chill out. I'm trying to drive. I'm not trying to sign up for anything like that. I don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't sound too good. You know what I mean? You don't have to overdo it. You know what I mean? Because the next thing you know, they want you to do crazy stuff. So he flips out. He can't have it. I don't know what happened to him. Flips out, tries to attack me while I'm driving. He literally assaults me while I'm driving. Okay? And kicks my windshield, cracks it, breaks it. Okay? Boom. Next day is when we went to the embassy and he got arrested and got taken away. And that day, wakes up, sees the windshield, okay, gives me the second gold coin. Says, here's another gold coin, so I'm going to pay you. And, hold on to this. Because, this is just, now that I broke your windshield and I assaulted you, he's feeling bad. So he said, hold on to this, basically that he basically felt like he exasperated his first gold coin. So here was the second one. It's been a few days now, we're driving, and, now he subjected me to that. So, in a lawsuit, that would have been, $20,000 or something like that, $50,000, something would have been some money for doing that to somebody, putting them in such a scare and bad time, and danger too, So cracks the windshield, gives me the money. Now the gold coins, when that happened with Trump, right? I was telling people that I remember they were saying, oh, yeah, we took your content, but you're a Brahmin. You're supposed to only take charity. And I was like, yeah, but you know what? Go read it. It says they give the Brahmins charity practically in their weight. They give them gold in their weight. They give them cows. They can even give them maid servants and stuff like that, homes. So don't think that, here's a food stamp card. We gave you charity. No. It's real. Gold. You're supposed to give gold, And the Brahmins trade, and if it's excess, they actually give out. So that becomes a social welfare. Actually, that's how wealth gets distributed. The Brahmins is a perfect arrangement. From the Brahmins, the holy people, not the bankers, not the stock walkers, because they try to pretend they are. The Brahmins, the holy people, the ones that do really saintly things. They're vegetarians. They're like, they don't hunt, they don't kill. They're just scriptures and holiness. You give them money, you bless society. The kings get blessed. They get blessed with longevity. They get blessed with beauty. They get blessed with everything. And then that money, the Brahmins give out with scruples. They find out, who's doing. They try to help society, to help the poor. And then this is how money is distributed. So distributed first to help the king state to be pious and holy, bless them, and then to bless the public. And it goes to the Brahmins. The Brahmins is the perfect arrangement, okay? So that's what they were supposed to do if they wanted to go that route. So I was explaining that to them. So then they gave me 2 gold coins. For all the hassle and grief. That was their response. I guess they felt bad, but it wasn't good. Now here's the thing: he has something to do with this because I remember when it happened, he was the one talking in the background. Oh, yeah, we're gonna try radiation on your son, this and that, and that. I don't know if he knew how far it was gonna go or how maniacal it was gonna get, but it has gone too far. Now 8 months. Now they think I could fly. These crazy things. It never happened. Doesn't exist. So they have to stop and take it out because it's not fair what they've done to me. And as I said, it's all based on people stealing from me and then coming around later, trying to control me, trying to control the situation, over controlling. That's mafia dirty, okay? And it's too much to try to control the next generation because they have little good qualities. It's too much, man. It's not like I'm the greatest looking person in the world. It's not even close, man. I don't even have those cheekbones or anything. I don't have green eyes or anything. Just, stop, man. It's too much. You overdid it. You're hurting me now for 8 months. And to hide a secret that everybody knows about already is dumb, okay? The whole thing is crazy. And, and it has partially to do with this guy now, BB, Buddha, right? I told you about him. So basically Uber. So Uber, BB, he, so I was basically, as I said, they were calling me Kshatriya. So I told them I'm Brahmin, my degrees of Brahmin, my family heritage of Brahmin, my guru gave me Brahmin initiation, but for some reason they're going along with this king because they don't want to look bad that they robbed the Brahmin. That looks so tacky, it looks so bad, and it only has been looking bad and tacky for them, and it only has destroyed their devotion. It only has made them feel weird. So I don't know why they keep on pursuing it and then risking my health now, radiation every day. I feel crappy right now from the radiation. And then, so now this BB guy, he's basically, telling people that he did that, stole my company, my company that was obviously going to work, as I put an ad out on Craigslist that the market is already there. It just needs somebody to build a website, build the app, and it's done. We have a company that works. It's already working. Car service has been around forever. Now that you can get it on your app, it's done. He stole it. He took it from me, and now they're torturing me, okay? These Hare Krishnas that knew me, are torturing me, and they're doing it on the basis of fake Semitism. That's not Semitic. It's not Semitic to feel over-entitled to somebody else's assets and dividends. That's nothing to do with Semitism, okay? They try to play that card because I told one of them after they hit me with rays and disturb me in a courtroom right there in Queens, New York. It's on camera. And treated me differently, gave me different information than others, doing very weird things. And then I saw one of the Hare Krishna deputies there. So I told people that day, the guru, because I know that guru already stole stuff from me. He stole the book from me, the Journey book. And so I basically mentioned him that day. I said, what is it you guys, you don't like Christians? Is that what it is? You don't like Christians. That's what I'm sensing. Because the people you sent to me, the antagonizers, they're all Jewish. These guys you're sending, the deputies are Jewish, so it's basically you're getting Jews to gang up on this one Catholic heritage yoga boy, yoga guy, and it's unfair. So that's what I said to them. So they try to turn that back around and say, no, you're the one that doesn't like us, and this and that. And I said, dude, how's that possible? I'm the one that's offered you business. I'm the one that gave Bernie Sanders support. I'm the one that always does business with Jews and never has a problem with it. I'm the one with many Jewish friends that doesn't have a problem with it. So never, ever was the case. And then this is what they did around January 10th that it led up to. They basically got people to try to antagonize me, to do this, to put this machine in me and start hassling me so they could run back to the DOJ and others and say, he's against the Semitic, he's after us, da-da-da. And he did this, they wanted me to fight with them and be like, look, he fights with us, he hurts us. So this is why we're doing it. But I never gave in, I never fought with them. The only thing I did was pray. They hurt me with that machine, finally started to hit me with it, and I prayed. And because they were sending antagonizers and they could read my thoughts, they saw that I was thinking that I might have to defend myself out here. And how would that be like? It might be very freaking weird. And just thinking about it, going through my brain, they started to attack me. And you try to use that against me. Oh, he wants to attack us. So you understand what's going on? They use this whole thing against me to hide their thievery and then pretend I'm after them using their brain recordings, their thought recordings. And then use it, and then they say he prayed. He prayed that the people that are trying to kill him, that they should be killed. How is that a crime? How is that justified? Somebody putting a device. That's a peaceful person that's praying to God. Did the prayers come right away? No. Okay, I'm not Moses after all. I'm not God after all either. So please take your device out is torturing me every day. Guys, if you knew, understand how much pain I've been in, we're talking about from 1 to 10, probably 9 and 8, okay? It's like worse than Parkinson's, worse than cancer. I'm telling you, it's so much pain that they're putting me in at times. It's like somebody pushing on your brain from inside that's like making your heart go out, making your arm go numb and giving you a heart attack. It's like every day I'm getting a heart attack and getting hit by cancer by these guys every freaking day. So please stop. They don't understand the pain. And the guy on the phone, they called me a guinea. He said, yeah, the CIA, they make people guineas. You know, this has been going on since the 40s and 50s. They've been using people. He tried to bring up the 40s, 50s like, oh yeah, the gents did it to the Jews, so now we're going to do it to you, something like that. But you know what? My grandfather saved Jews in World War II. So that's not a poor excuse. You're looking at the wrong side. I never did anything like that. And that wasn't me. And you know what? Those persons paid for it. So you don't have to pay. You don't have to punish anybody for it. You don't have to go around looking for it. And also the gents repaid theirs, back because they got up and fought for Jews as well, and also for Catholics and others that were stuck in concentration camps. So you cannot bring that up a whole resentment. It's not even validated. Okay? People fought. They were fighting with each other, Judea and them. And I never declared war on these guys. Never. I told them, the BB and his fam that were spying on me and stealing from me, that if you're Kshatriyas, come meet me in the field. Let's speak. Never said fight. I never said anything. I said, listen, if you guys do want to fight, we won't kill each other. Don't worry. You just got to say, uncle, it's over. So I'm saying, uncle, get off of me, please, uncle. Okay? Many times I said, this is your fight. This is your response. Uncle, I surrender. Get off. Leave me alone. Follow the charter. Follow the rules. You're supposed to let people be. You're supposed to let princes live in a domain that, I already exiled, got out of your big city. So this is it. Leave me alone. If you take the device out and you say, okay, we're going to treat you really bad and want you to live somewhere else. As long as it's not crazy, hey man, it's better than this device. Anything is better than this device. It's torture. So please stop holding this on me. I did nothing to you. It's not fair. It's not fair. You're running around hating somebody so much that you forget what is right, forget what is real, and make up your own rules and ideas and just be a tyrant. It's not fair, man. I'm a living person. I'm tortured. To say that I'm another living entity or that I'm a great person, and that's the reason why, is a very envious and demonic thing to do. So please stop doing it. Stop making these petty excuses. Just take the device out and go on with your life. It's such an easy thing to do. I mean, it's such, just to stop looking at somebody, it'll take a relief off your chest. To not have to deal with this and not think about it anymore. Okay, we won, right? We're the high mighty. We use our power. We won. And that's it. You just walk away with your victory and whatever else it makes you feel, But this is not fair. So please take your device out, government. Please encourage them. I'm not fighting with them. This is not about anything. This is a sick thing they're doing. It's unfair, and it could be treated as a hate crime. So please tell them to stop, because that's what they do. A lot of it, if you record it, is them saying hateful stuff to me about my religion, right? They're boasting their religion, boasting against me. That's not what we do to each other. That's a terrible thing to do to somebody. One person got to deal with that every day, somebody acting stupid like that. I never did that to them. Never. One time I flipped out and said, you guys are treating my shit, you're being shit. That's all I said to them. Okay, that's not... One day, I flipped out because you guys hit me with DWs, hit me with raids in the morning and did it before and the day before, and then played with the elevator and had cops there to, try to take me to the loony bin or something. That was not cool, man. That was not cool because you're spying. The Fourth Amendment, it says you cannot have, illegal seizures. You cannot have illegal, checking on people. You can't illegally check on people either. That's what you were doing. You're breaking my, the privacy rights, breaking my amendment rights, Bill of Rights. You understand something. You may not believe that I'm entitled to rights because I'm a different race and religion, but that's a hate crime. So please, government, help them to just stop this fighting, stop this warring. It has no value. It's a dumb thing to do. We're all human. This religion and race thing is not even real. It's just a different language, just a translation and a different approach that people wrote about. When you boil it all down, trust me, there's one religion, one God. Okay, so I leave with that, and I hope that this thing changes because I'm tired of being radiated. Okay, government, please make a path to get healed and get off of this transmitter already. I explained a lot. Thank you.